Are you looking for a new football news app? Big man, it's been 2 whole years since you asked me this question, but luckily for you, I actually am. Well, then you need to check out OneFootball. Now, not only is OneFootball a place where you can get all news and score updates to your phone, including Alfreton Town, before the release of FIFA 22, OneFootball are giving away exactly 22 copies of the game, and that's for any console you've got. Now, participating in this giveaway is so simple. All you've got to do is go down to the first link in the description and follow through the steps. Tell you what, why don't I show you? So first of all I've got to do is copy and paste the little headline in from the OneFootball app, the first one I see, then which club I'll use and why. If you say PSG, I will judge you. What platform I'm on here with a little drop down menu, my full name, my email address, where I'm from, tick the terms and conditions, and you're done. See, that wasn't too difficult, was it? So head down to that link in the description and you might be able to win yourself FIFA 22. After 3-0 defeats to Crystal Palace and Chelsea, this weekend's North London derby meant even more than usual for Tottenham. It was an opportunity to bounce back, only for Arsenal to add fuel to the fire. Not that there's any left in the country at this moment in time. For crying out loud, lads, I've got a game to make a hash of, and Premier League teams will be dying to play Spurs in this run of form. They'll be queuing up like the local BP at this rate, because I can't lie, life right now is not great at Tottenham Hotspur. You see, how do you manage to lose to 3 teams from the same city as you in 1 month? Crystal Palace from south, Chelsea from west, Arsenal from north. How can you get put in a shopping bag by the whole city that you live in? You've got to escape to east, and if West Ham come and beat you and complete the set, then I'm sorry, you're not allowed round here anymore. Go and set up camp in Kent or something. The new Gillingham Hotspur Stadium. I mean, it still wouldn't get a title. Even Anthony Joshua wasn't able to win anything in there. The British boxer lost his heavyweight championship title in the new Tottenham Stadium last week.
How do you feel, heavyweight champion of the world?
I'm very feel.
Cheers, Jeff.
It sent Fiat 500 nail technician hair extension Twitter into meltdown. Just an endless stream of birds on the timeline. You can't even say birds, apparently, legally. So lock me up, officer. But ladies, if you need anyone to follow, then your boys technically never lost a World Heavyweight Championship bout. So not, you know, AJ got to fight Tommy Fury now. Anyway, back to the football now, and at the Emirates, Arsenal beat Spurs in the North London derby thanks to a first-half flurry that will have left Tottenham fans in a daze. First Emile Smith-Rowe, then Aubameyang, then Bukayo Saka struck within 35 minutes to give Arsenal a 3-0 lead at half-time. Heung-min Son came back with a consolation, but realistically the damage was already done. 3-0 down in 30 minutes. Fam, you've just got to pass the pad to your older brother in that situation and let him try and get the result. You've conceded 3 to 3 London sides in a row. You're helping more people in need than the government ever have at this stage. It was an opportunity as well for Arsenal fans to finally come out of hiding and hibernation, including this guy with a very interesting shirt number and like, so the FA have announced that Tottenham have been given the 3 points for this game. On a level, yeah, I think you actually have to be a registered sex offender to wear something like this. The only technology check anybody should be doing in this ground is on that man's hard drive. The game, in fairness, could have got a little bit tastier in the 89th minute if not for an incredible save of the season contender stop from Aaron Ramsdale. Now, the man in between the Arsenal sticks has been getting a lot of stick from fans before he even really put his gloves on. To be honest, including from me, I didn't really necessarily think that him coming in for 35 mil was a great signing, but he's already looked pretty good. They've only conceded 1 goal since he's come in. Doesn't look like for once he's going to get somebody relegated. Troops, formerly of Arsenal Fan TV, seems to be on side now. Don't think we haven't forgotten about the original tweets though, because they didn't really give off the same energy. The man's coming like that one FIFA fan in the crowd when it comes to his player allegiances. But for Tottenham, I mean, this is actually a pretty concerning period. Like, I know Man City were after Harry Kane, but you didn't have to imitate them and become strikerless as well. This man's gone missing. Met Police. Do something about this. this? Because he's not been seen for 3 to 4 business weeks. This man has not given a care in the world since he was blocked from going to Manchester City. I don't want to hear nothing about that statement that he came out with suggesting that he'd be happy at the club now, saying that he wanted to stay and all of that jazz. You've turned into Alvaro Negredo. This was the Harry Kane that actually arrived for the North London derby. The thing is, he looked pretty good on international duty when he returned to fitness and when he returned from his hiatus from training, but it's not hard to see why he didn't play well in this game. He's on both sides of defence. The man's got dual North London nationality. The man just doesn't want to be there, okay? Let's face the facts. This is a full-on hostage situation. He's under house arrest. Furthermore, bun Daniel Levy, and this will be a real test of his and also Tottenham's character as well. I know that there's the cliche of Harry Kane being this model citizen, ultra-professional man. We've never really seen him in a place where he legitimately has no intention of being at Spurs at all. So how is he going to play? I mean, on the balance of play so far, pretty averagely. Maybe I'm being too harsh. He basically got an assist for the second goal. And who could forget the rousing speech he gave at half-time when 3-0 down?
We killed that minute one. We pressed, we're aggressive, fucking chances, goals.
Why is he talking about Paul Scholes? I knew we should have gone to West Ham, bro. Is anybody else still waiting for the all part of All or Nothing? Because I don't know, that part of the documentary may have passed me by at this stage. I just find it crazy because I'm not gonna lie, right? I haven't watched the absolute most of Tottenham, so there will be Spurs fans that are more qualified to tell me about this. But from when I watched you in the first 2 games of the season to the last 2 games you played, like Harry Kane, is Harry Kane making you worse? Was having Son up top the better system with Bergwijn on the left? I just don't really, for me, like maybe he's slowing the game down too much, I don't know. Or whether simply his presence in the dressing room is just bringing everybody else down. But if I was Spurs, I would genuinely consider dropping him. There's problems all across the pitch, don't get it twisted. I mean, I don't know why you've got Christian Romero on the bench and you're still playing Eric Dyer and Davinson Sanchez at the back. It just seems like a bit of a shit show. Although having said that, I can't really just blame Harry Kane, because in terms of chances created, you're basically bottom of the league. I remember the stats coming up, I don't know if I'll be able to find them, but in terms of chances created per game and shots on target per game, for one of them you were 19th in the league overall since the start of the season, and for the other you were 20th in the league. You're just not actually creating enough. You're not even presenting Harold with any chances of note. This Nuno team is looking no different from Jose's at the moment. You kind of knew what Nuno Espirito Santo was going to bring to the table when he joined Spurs, and that was somewhat defensive football. Don't expect him to be able to make it into the training ground tomorrow. Daniel Levy's changed the locks, so go get your P45, sunshine. It's no surprise not a single manager in Europe seemingly wanted this job. He was probably offering it out to the postman by the end of the window. Right, so that's an Amazon package for hair growing cream. Yeah, no, bun that. Nobody needs to know. Do you have any coaching badges by any chance? Daniel Levy's too busy getting kicked out of Sky Sports headquarters for trying to demand an Anthony Joshua refund. Tottenham are busy in Conference League action on the Thursday, then they've got a potentially tricky home game against Villa and an away tie against Newcastle in the league. Come out of that with a win in Europe, but maybe a draw against Aston Villa and a win against Newcastle, and maybe things potentially look up. And kind of on the theme of that, you know, obviously I'm making this video about maybe a potential downfall for Spurs, but I made a downfall video about Arsenal just a couple of weeks ago. At the end of it, I specified that this would all really pale into insignificance if after the games against Norwich, Burnley and Spurs, they have 9 points to their name. And they've won 3 on the bounce now, so things can change very quickly in football, as both sides know. But this has to be a moment now where Nuno gets some kind of reaction out of the players. For Arsenal though, as I said, 9 points out of those 3 games. They may be on the way up. After scoring and emulating Thierry Henry with his celebration, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang was this close to getting involved in a chant with the Arsenal fans. And Gunners supporters were making quite the habit of getting underneath their rivals' skins. Who's this 3'1" Don in the front. Louis Walsh has really declined since heading off X Factor. Not only was it a good result for Arsenal, but it was a really promising set of performances as well. I think keeping Smith Rowe, Saka and Odegaard fit together is going to be crucial for this season. But even going back further, I mentioned Ramsdale's save earlier on in the video. He's looked solid and looked comfortable with the ball at his feet, playing the ball out from the back crucially. And then Tomiyasu, man of the match against Spurs, looked really great on his debut. There will be tougher challenges to come for him, but so far he's passed all of them with flying colours. So where do we go from here for Spurs? Well, as I said, results are needed in Europe and those games against Villa and Newcastle. Will Harry Kane's performances improve? And if not, do they sell him at probably a loss to what they would have done in the summer based on bad form? And the reality is they'll spend all the money on a backup right back from Villarreal. But I don't know. I don't have the answers. You guys let me know what you think is next for Spurs. Is this just a poor patch of form, or is this what we can expect for the rest of the season? And will this be the last full campaign for Harry Kane in a Tottenham shirt? Let me know down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video though, feel free to slap a like on it, and of course subscribe if you're new to the channel. You can also follow me on social media. It is at officialfng on Twitter and on Insta. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.